this is it. After so many months of all the high anticipation and hype, we have finally made it. Welcome everyone to C3 Marble Race 100. We have finally made it to not only the final race of Chapter 3 Season 10, but also Chapter 3 as a whole. So this is definitely going to be the biggest video of 2025, and it's going to be just as big as C2 Marble Race 100 2 years ago. So this is going to be a 7-part season / Chapter 3 finale. And well, yeah, Season 10 / Chapter 3 finale. And buckle up, because it's going to be a very, very big one. So we have 24 marbles right here, all of which who qualified via our 4 qualification races throughout the entirety of Chapter 3 Season 10. And now they are going to be competing for a chance to fight Murky Blue in the biggest grand finale of Chapter 3 and 2025 too, so yeah. And here's how it's gonna work. So for this video, it's the qualification rounds. So the top 2 that make it in each group will qualify for the, well, group rounds if you want to call it. So, and yes, we have sorry pawns out here to mark the colors of the groups. So these 2 groups right here will qualify for the red group, while these 2 groups here will qualify for the blue group. These 2 groups right here will qualify for the green group. And finally, these 2 right here will qualify for the yellow group. And yes, for the yellow group, all of which the 6 contestants who did qualify via the qualification races are the ones who didn't fail to qualify in previous qualification races, but we're given a chance thanks to the last chance qualification race. So yeah. So for the group rounds, it's gonna be like 4 Marble Championship episodes combined into one big tournament. So I'm not gonna go over the rules for those, because you should know how all those work if you watch the Marble Championship episodes. So yeah. But for the semifinals, the ones who do make it into the semifinals, it will be a best of 3 match, where the first one to score 3 points will move on to the biggest grand finale of the year, while the other 3 who lost will compete for 3rd place and will compete in the same best of 3 matchups. So just so you know. So that's how it's gonna work. So yeah, this is how the entirety of this saga is gonna work. And also, I do want to say thank you to everyone so much who has showed support for the trailer. But now we are now officially ready to get this started. And before we proceed any further, here's the track that we'll be using for the qualification round. And yes, as you see right here, the Technogear's Marble Mania set has finally made its return after not being seen since the Chapter 2 finale race, specifically the grand finale portion of it. And of course, I don't really use the Technogear's Marble Mania set as much due to the fact that, well, it's extremely difficult to build, but I did manage to find a way to incorporate it into this. And yes, I am combining both of these, the Technogear's and Hubolino sets, for the qualification round, with of course some parts of the main set, just so I don't have to use this part to release the marbles. So yeah. Overall, it's a pretty nice and very interesting track, to say the least. And also, speaking of tracks, every video will have its own track. So after this one, well, after this video, we will be resorting to a different track for, you know, the group rounds, to say the least. And of course, even the semifinals and grand finale will feature track shifts as well. So just so you know. But overall, that's going to be about it for the track for the qualification round. It's a nice, interesting, but simple track right here. Yeah, and it's also a pretty unique one, to say the least, as well. So yeah. Anywho, that's going to be about it for the track. Anywho, that's going to be about it for the rule set of this entire saga, as well as the track that I just showed you now. So anyways, choose only one of these 32 marbles do you think will win the entire saga. And now, let's C3 Marble Race 100 begin! Beginning with the qualification round. Up first we have is Opal Pink, Serpent, and Mint Green. Anyways, without further ado, let the entire saga begin! Alright, down the first funnel we go. Serpent's gonna make his way into the second funnel, but it looks like Opal Pink takes the lead back. Make her way to the final funnel. Looks like Serpent will be qualifying, and so will Opal Pink. Up next we have is Mars Orange, Solid Blue, and Leaf Green. Alright, off we go in the first funnel. Let's see who's going to make their way into the second funnel first. Ooh, and it looks like it's going to be Leaf Green. But it looks like Mars Orange is inching up towards him. Now make their way to the third funnel. Ooh, very close. These Hoobleino funnels are intense. And it looks like Solid Blue will be qualifying. And so will Leaf Green. So therefore, Mars Orange is officially out. Up next we have is Strawberry Red, Strong Metal, and Cat's Eye Orange. Cat's Eye Orange has to be very careful because he is going up against two OP marbles. A plastic marble and a metal marble. Let's see what happens here. And it looks like Strong Metal and Cat's Eye Orange will be qualifying. Up next we have is Cat's Eye Red, Forest, and Cat's Eye Dark Yellow. Also, I did forget to mention in the intro, well, showing off the track to say the least, but I am using that small top right there instead of the usual Galt Marble Racer starting gate, because of the fact that we only have 3 marbles for the qualification round. Anyways, in the lead is gonna be Forest. And it looks like Cat's Eye Red will be qualifying. And so will Forest. Next up we have is Rainforest, Tiger Shark, and Lava. Alright, down the first funnel we go. Lava's gonna make his way into the second funnel first. Make your way into the third funnel now. Moving on is going to be Lava. Ooh. And Tiger Shark. That was so close. But Lava and Tiger Shark will be moving on to the, well, group rounds. Sorry, Rainforest. You almost had it there, but unfortunately, your chances of becoming world champion have been crushed. Next we have is Slime, See-Through Neon, and Pearl. Alright, down the first funnel. And it looks like they're all going to make their way into the second funnel. But anything can happen, especially in these Hoobleino funnels. Ooh, that was close, but it looks like Pearl and See-Through Neon will be qualifying. Sorry, Slime. You also did try your best, but you will unfortunately have to sit. You will unfortunately have to sit out for the rest of this. Second to last match of the qualification round we have is Cat's Eye White, Lime Green, and Blood Red. Alright, down the first funnel. Looks like Blood Red and Lime Green are going to make it in first. Ooh, Cat's Eye White is trailing, but he still has a chance to catch up. Ooh, and it looks like he did, and it looks like he's the first one to zoom in. And it looks like he will be moving on, and so will Blood Red. Last match for the qualification round is Sunny Yellow, Earth, and Cat's Eye Yellow. Alright, down the first funnel. And by the way, this group, along with the previous group, were the ones who did make it, who did qualify through the last chance qualification race. And it looks like Earth will be moving on. And so will Cat's Eye Yellow. Alright, so here are the results after the qualification round. So as you see, we have our 4 groups right here. We have the red group, which consists of Serpent, Opal Pink, Solid Blue, and Leaf Green. For the blue group, we have Strong Metal, Cat's Eye Orange, Cat's Eye Red, and Forest. For the green group, we have is Lava, Tiger Shark, Pearl, and See-Through Neon. And for the yellow group, we have Cat's Eye White, Blood Red, Earth, and Cat's Eye Yellow. Oh yeah, and yes, this is Earth, because both him and Solid Blue look very similar to them, well, to each other. But the only difference is you can see a little bit of, well, green swirls inside Earth. But yeah, so now the group rounds have officially been set up, and of course we will kick off the group rounds beginning with Group A, aka the red group, in this Wednesday's, well, in part 2 this Wednesday. So definitely stay tuned for that. But for now, we're going to leave it here. So hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Subscribe to that notification bell enabled, and feel free to follow all my socials down below. And I'll see you guys this Wednesday for part 2 of the C3 Marble Race 100 saga, where we kick off the group rounds beginning with Group A, aka the red group. So like I said, definitely stay tuned for that. Anywho, that's about it for this. Bye for now, and have a good day.